Do you know what it takes to secure a sales win? Most salespeople think they know, yet statistically, nearly half of all forecasted B2B sales opportunities are lost or pushed at the end of the quarter. Yikes! Let's talk about it today on the Hits 5. What's up, hitters? This is Brandon Grieve with High Impact Technical Sales, enabling and inspiring you to crush it in technical sales. Well, I've got some exciting news. I just published a brand new ebook called You Sabotaging Your Career? It's short and sweet, but packed with loads of great content to help you crush it in your career. If you want to find out how to get this book absolutely free, stick around to the end of the video for more details. Oh, and of course, be sure to hit the like button and leave a comment below. Let's get to it. 50% loss or push rate? Those are not great statistics, folks. Clearly, there's a disconnect. So what gives? In my experience, it's generally not an issue of product knowledge, presentation skills, ability to develop customer rapport, or anything like that. No, often it's something else entirely, something much more troubling. It's the lack of an effective discovery and qualification process. It sounds almost too simple, I'll give you that, but challenge any salesperson to list the steps he or she takes during a normal sales cycle. If you don't receive a look of total confusion, you'll probably hear an answer like, well, we start with an introductory pitch. If that goes well, we do a demo. We go through a solution sizing exercise, and then we provide a quote. If the prospect isn't scared off by the price, we line up customer references. We may do a POC, but hopefully we don't have to. We wait until the end of the quarter, then we beg like crazy for the PO. Does that or something like it sound familiar? Doesn't look so bad, right? It's predictable and repeatable, which is important. I'll even go so far to say that some of these steps may be entirely necessary at some point. The fatal flaw of this process is that it completely revolves around the way that salespeople like to sell. But where's the customer in all this? What do we really know about their situation and motivation to purchase? We're missing the key ingredients necessary to ensure repeatable success. To solve that problem, we're going to pee all over our sales process. What? Do I have your attention? Good, because today I'm going to give you 5 ingredients of a sales win. I call them the 5 Ps, and if leveraged during every sales campaign, your win rates and forecast accuracy are sure to improve drastically. Oh, and your commission checks too. Number 1. Pain. Think about one of your current or recent sales opportunities. Why is the customer talking to you? It's fundamental to your sales success to know the answer to this question. Customers buy stuff to solve problems or meet unfulfilled needs. They're motivated to address pain that either costs them money or prevents them from making more money. It's all about improving the bottom line. Your job as a sales professional is to discover what that pain is. Further, you need to understand the extent to which it is affecting their business. This should be one of your first priorities during the discovery process. Why is that? Simple. No pain, no deal. It's in your best interest to know this as early in the sales cycle as possible. Your time is money, so you want to disqualify the opportunity quickly and cut your losses. Win early, lose early. Before you start tearing into your product pitch, giving demos, and slinging quotes, it's imperative to pause and step back. Your first order of business should be to engage in a thorough and consultative discovery process. You do this by asking a lot of questions. Use probing questions to uncover the symptoms of the pain. Understand how it's affecting their business, i.e., is it revenue impacting? Measure the cost in real dollars and cents. Find out who in the company is impacted and why they care. Determine if the cost of the problem makes it worth fixing. While these are just a few examples, I'm sure you get the idea. At the end of the day, the goal is to determine if the customer has both acknowledged the cause of their pain and has decided to make a change. Only then can you move forward. Number 2. Purpose.
Glorious purpose.
Once you know the customer's pain, you must understand what they hope to achieve. What are their goals or desired business outcomes? In other words, for what purpose are they entertaining new solutions? These outcomes should be measured in quantifiable results, usually in financial terms. As Jeff Toole says in Mastering the Complex Sale, if there's no cost of the problem, there is no problem. The same can be said for the results. If you can't measure the return on investment in hard dollars, you probably don't have a solution, at least in the customer's eyes. At this point, you'll want to continue the qualification process by asking more probing questions specific to their desired outcomes. Ask questions like, if you could paint a picture of the perfect outcome, what does that look like? Can you share what you've tried so far? What has worked well and not so well? Why do you think your current solution isn't meeting your needs? When your company engages in projects like this, what kind of ROI is expected to justify the investment? Again, these are just some ideas. Ask relevant questions to get to the heart of the matter. You want to elicit their purpose for pursuing a solution and thus why you're in the room. A few additional thoughts here. Different people in the customer's organization may have differing goals or expect different outcomes. Some of these motivators will be entirely business focused and some may revolve around personal gain. It's important to understand all the stakeholders' goals and motivations, both professionally and personally. Doing so will allow you to build bridges across the organization and gain the broadest support possible. This puts you in the best position to win. Number 3, people. The people dynamic is one of the trickiest yet most important aspects of the sales process. To that end, you must understand who all the relevant players are in your project. Further, it's critical to know precisely what role each plays and the power they wield. You can dramatically increase the chances of a win if you know the answers to the following questions. Who is impacted and cares about the results? Who will be evaluating the solution? Whose budget will this affect? Who are the influencers, both internally and externally? Who will be championing your cause, both internally and externally? Who has the power to say yes or no? Who must sign the purchase order? This may require a bit of detective work, but it's worth the time and effort. Once you know the players, do your best to gain an audience with them and start building relationships. Aim to position yourself as a trusted advisor. Again, this will garner you the most support across the organization. It will also allow you to validate what you've learned through the discovery process. Remember how I mentioned that different people in the organization will have different goals? Well, they'll also have different ideas and opinions, and sometimes these will be in direct conflict with one another. If you're not careful, you could find yourself smack dab in the middle of good old-fashioned company politics. Don't get sucked in. Listen to everyone's concerns and try to meet as many of their personal and professional needs as possible.
I answer to the people.
If you find that you must lean one direction or another, pay the most heed to those who have yes or no authority over your deal and who sign the check. Number 4, preferences. Does your customer have a decision system by which they choose a solution? Some do, but believe it or not, many do not. Still, other customers have a very loose or ineffective process. This shouldn't surprise you. After all, you sell this stuff every day, but customers may only purchase solutions like yours once every several years. They'll need your expertise and guidance. This is where doing your homework and being a trusted advisor comes into play. Once your customer has established the selection criteria, i.e. preferences, you must have a firm understanding of how they will make the purchasing decision. This selection criteria should align with the customer's purpose and address the pain, as we discussed earlier. If you find this not to be the case, you'll want to gently remind your customer of this to help reset expectations. Ask questions like the following. Has a budget been established and approved? What is the expected go-live date? Are there any must-have features or functions for a solution? By what metrics will you compare the competing solutions? What will cause one solution to stand out above the rest in your eyes? What are the requirements regarding performance, support, high availability, etc.? Your goal here is to find out what it will take to gain an edge in the opportunity. Again, try and gather this information as early as possible. If you discover that the customer's preferences don't align well with your solution, it's best to bow out early so as not to waste any more of your time or theirs. On the other hand, if this opportunity is in your wheelhouse, you'll be well positioned to design an effective solution and compelling proposal. As always, before we wrap up today's list, please smash the like button below and leave a comment. If you haven't already subscribed to our channel, please take a moment to do that too and ring the notification bell to get a heads up when we publish new videos. Also, visit our homepage at highimpacttechsales.com for more exciting content. You can also subscribe to our mailing list to be among the first to hear about the latest news. Finally, please follow us on social media like LinkedIn, Facebook, Twitter, among others. Number 5, process. Last but certainly not least, you must understand the customer's purchasing process. Don't confuse this with preferences. Preferences refer to how they'll choose what to buy. Process is the logistical steps they'll follow for how they'll buy it. Ask questions to find out who will make the final purchasing decision, i.e., who has the authority to say yes or no. What is the workflow for the PO process? Who must sign the contract and/or PO? Will their legal team need to get involved to review the contract? Are there special considerations for purchases over a certain amount? And does the board have to approve? If so, when does the board next meet? How long does the whole purchasing process normally take? I know that sounds like a lot, but this is crucial. For something so important, it amazes me how few sales folks understand their customers' purchasing process. It's no wonder that such a high percentage of deals push from quarter to quarter. If you want to win more deals, tighten this up. It can shorten your sales cycle and help you get deals off the street faster. And remember, time kills all deals. The side benefit is that your forecasting will be much more accurate. Your sales leadership will love you for this. If you or your company subscribes to the MEDDIC, BANT, or one of the many other sales methodologies, you may have noticed that they have much in common with the 5 Ps described here. That's not an accident. Despite the nuances and what they emphasize and how they're presented, winning sales methodologies are generally rooted in the same fundamentals. At the beginning of this video, I said that a lack of an effective discovery and qualification process was one of the chief causes of deal losses and pushes. In truth, many sales organizations adopt sales methodologies that do contain such processes. Yet statistically, they often don't fare much better. The real problem is that most salespeople don't actually put it into practice in the field. It's up to each of you to choose a better way and to take action. Don't be a statistic. Implement the 5 ingredients of a sales win outlined today, and you'll have a winning recipe for success. But what do you think? I'd love to hear your feedback. Leave a comment and let's talk about it. As I mentioned at the beginning of the video, my new ebook titled, Are You Sabotaging Your Career? Is hot off the presses. Well, virtual presses, I guess. It is an ebook. Anyway, you can pick up the book in one of 2 ways. If you want it absolutely free, all I'm asking is for a little favor in return. Like this video, leave a comment, and share it here to your LinkedIn network. Next, subscribe to our YouTube channel and turn on the notification bell. Finally, go to our homepage at highimpacttechsales.com and click the subscribe tab to join our mailing list. Once you do this, I'll email you a PDF copy ASAP. If you don't want to do all this, or even if you do, and you still want to support our mission to enable and inspire others to crush it in technical sales, you can also purchase it for the low price of $2.99. See the description below or our homepage for details on how to purchase. Until next time, be enabled, be inspired, and go crush it in technical sales.